We've just taken off for the morning, and look at this. Look what we get greeted with. The top of our first little uphill. Mountain laurel in bloom. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yesterday was a hard day. Hopefully today is not as difficult, but for the folks that are following me and have been following me from the beginning back in 23, an interesting bit of information. Last night I was sitting at the camping area that we had, and just we were looking at today's date or today's plan for the hike, and it occurred to me that where we're planning on stopping tonight or today was right there in the front of my memory. And when I got to looking closer, I realized that I had stopped there, the same place in 23. Here's the difference though. In 23, I had over 1,000 miles under my belt and on my legs and on my feet. And now I've got, 200 and some. The difference was extraordinary. If you don't believe in trail legs, go back and look at my episode 99 coming out of Harper's Ferry in 23. Yesterday we did 10.5 miles, something like that. Today we're doing 12.7 miles. When I left Harper's Ferry in 23, I left from the Quality Inn, which was just on the other side of the bridge coming into Harper's Ferry. So if you do go back and look, you have to add that extra 1.1 miles, because the way far out works, if you end a section, you have to start a new section. The section ends on the railroad bridge coming out of Harper's Ferry, and the new section obviously begins on the railroad bridge coming out of Harper's Ferry. What you'll see on the video from 23 is me hiking 23.3 miles that day. Yeah, you heard right, 23.3 miles. When I go back and add that 1.4 that is in the previous section, coming out of Harper's Ferry, I did 24.4 miles. Let that sink in for a minute. Yesterday, coming in after 10 miles, I was dead. I doubt very seriously I could have gone another mile, much less another 14 miles. But in 23, 24.4 miles. That's just crazy what your body can do when it's properly trained to do something. And I can't even wrap my head around that. Seeing how tired and hurt I was coming in yesterday, and compare that to what I was able to do in 2023. And if you don't believe me, for any of the new people watching, episode 98 and 99. 98 was a 0 day that I took in Harper's Ferry. 99 was back out on the trail. Yeah. When I went back and looked at it, I'm like, holy crap. But it was an all-day hike. I left first thing in the morning. I didn't get there until almost dark. I had to put my tent up when it was dusk. But, cool. Like I said, today, 12.7 miles, going just to the other side of I-70 to a shelter. And we pass over a overpass that's kind of fenced in. You'll see it when we get there. And then just after that, we get on a Blue Blaze Trail down the shelter. And there's a whole line of tent pads alongside the trail. I remember it vividly. I was hauling butt. I was trying to catch my partner at the time. I think I spent 3 days and 4 nights in Harper's Ferry. So she was now 3 days ahead of me. And she was doing big miles. It took me, I believe, about a week to catch her. And to do that, I had to hustle in to get to Sula's place. You'll meet her in a few days again. For the new folks, you'll get to meet Sula at Sunflower Cottage Hostel in a few days. And when I got there in 23, I didn't take a zero there. I don't remember how long it took me to get there. It was either 2 or 3 days. It's taking us 4 days here, so it's probably 2 days. And the first full day there, I slack packed. I'd have to go back and look, but I think it was 16 miles. I planned on slack packing farther, but I had a guy named Dakota with me that I was trying to get out of Sula's place. So he slack packed with me. In his words, the biggest day he had hiked so far. And I remember we met a gentleman that I met way back on the trail at Open Arms Hostel named Bruno. And I knew that Sula was looking for somebody to watch her place while she was, I think she had a gig in New York City. And so I gave Bruno Sula's number. So he ended up coming back with us to the Sunflower Cottage Hostel. And he took care of her hostel while she was gone for a few days. Ninja, good for you, buddy. A big fucking boom, man. That's some serious electrical lines there, bud. Yeah, I'm probably about, I don't know, 5.2, 5.3. Kind of on roll, unlike yesterday. Today I'm a little fired up about a couple things, so I'm moving on down the trail. I want to get to a monument that's coming up in about, maybe a little more than half a mile, so I can use the privy. The privy at the shelter we were at today was just way too far down here. I was not doing that this morning. Where they have that shelter is just a ridiculous place to have the shelter. I'm sure there was a reason they put it there initially, but yeah, no desire to do that climb down and up this morning just to use the privy. So I'm just forging on ahead. I'm way ahead of the girls right now. It's very rocky through this section. Probably have about a half mile to go to get to this monument that's up here, and they supposedly have bathrooms and water. Although I haven't drank a lot of water yet. It's been fairly cool this morning, but I can feel it starting to heat up. All right. All right, let me put this down. We have come 11.1 miles today. We've got a mile and a half to go to get to the shelter where we're going to stay tonight. I can hear the highway up ahead. I cannot believe I did. The last 2 days that we've hiked, I did that in one day. Plus, that just blows my mind away that I was capable of doing that back then, because I'm damn sure not capable of doing it today. Wow. Getting close to I-70 down here. Mile and a half should take us less than an hour to get there. My feet are just on fire. And it's hot. It's 80 plus degrees. I don't even know. Probably 83, 84 degrees right now. Let me look. Yeah, 83 degrees. It's just hot. All right, I need my trekking poles to be safe. About to cross over I-70. There's a little bit of traffic out here.